What is a Democrat answer to fix the border? Because border officials are telling President Trump at the California border, they said it today, that illegal border crossings did drop 70% with that wall, and that home invasions there dropped as well. Even Howard Schultz said and told Fox News in a town hall last night that President Trump is right about securing the border, and Democrats are wrong about things like abolishing ICE. Where's the Democrat policy? Border officials keep telling the Fox News network and FBN they are not anti-immigrant. This, as Secretary of State Mike Pompeo says that Central American governments of Honduras, El Salvador, and Guatemala, they need to step up and do their part.
Controlling one's border is hard. We know that. But the first step is recognition that you have a problem and that American support is contingent on a change in your behavior.
And President Trump praising Mexico, saying it has been stepping up.
Shut it down if we have to. We're going to tariff the cars coming in that they make in Mexico if we have to. But Mexico's been doing a great job. I want to thank the president of Mexico.
Okay, border officials again saying facilities are swamped. They had to release more than 17,000 illegal border crossers into the U.S. in just the past 12 days. Now, at that rate, if that keeps up, it equals 500,000 border crossers potentially released into the interior of the U.S. by the end of this year. Let's get to former California Congressman and President Trump's choice to lead the U.S. Trade and Development Agency. He is Darrell Issa. Great to have you on, sir. What's your take here?
Well, I think each of the people leading up to this have given you an element. Secretary Pompeo is right that we need to work with those countries to help them solve their problems. We give them money to help them solve the problems, but they have to be part of not simply dumping people over the border into our country. The president thanking Mexico and thanking Mexican presidents for finally stepping up is important because, remember, these people are transiting a country that is a safe haven if they say they want one, but they clearly want the economic opportunity of the United States. Lastly, anyone who thinks that the president isn't right about there being a crisis hasn't lived like I did. I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. You're talking about every year the number of undocumented workers who are apprehended and released being equal to the population of Cleveland plus. Who would like to have that happen in their community? That's the reality that we're dealing with. It is an unacceptable number, and one that this president and like-minded people of any party should be supportive of.
You know, there's a lot of hand-wringing that about shutting the border, but when Presidents Nixon and Reagan shut the border because of drugs, Mexico did step up and the world did not collapse. Even the Boston Globe and the Washington Post said, yes, Mexico did step up when Nixon did that at that time. Now, here's the thing. Mexico's total deportations of illegals from Central America did drop 13% in the first quarter, and the number of illegals Border Patrol detained more than doubled to 165,000. Sir, even Obama's former Homeland Security Chief, Jay Johnson, he says this is an historic crisis.
It really is, and I think that's where I say that people who are in either party who realize that we should come together to fix this. We should also come together, as the president's son-in-law Jared and others have said, and come up with good guest worker programs, come up with solutions for some of the problems that cause people to come here.